mother openly insulting Seong's mom in French. Juseon's mother joins in and takes it further, saying Jungkook's mother has no reputation of her own, that her family only makes money off their child's face. Seong, who actually understands French, is listening to all of this. Just then, Mijin comes up and asks, "What's wrong, Seong? Oh, all the mothers are speaking in French? Sometimes they share secrets that way. Interesting, isn't it? Especially since my mom majored in French. She's the best at it." Hearing that, Seong grows tense. In his mind, he says, "I know exactly what you mean. Even in my past life, my mom spoke French as fluently as a native. I respected her for that." Unable to hold it in any longer, Seong bursts out in French, shouting, "You should be ashamed of yourselves. You're looking down on people just because you know a few words of French? I didn't expect this from you, Mom." He directs this straight at Mijin's mother. Everyone around is shocked, hearing Seong speak in fluent French. Juseon's mother is stunned but tries to downplay it, saying he must have just picked up a little French somewhere. Seong responds politely with, "Excuse me, ma'am," which only annoys her more. He continues scolding them in French, telling them, "All you do is use the language to gossip about each other. What's so special about that? Is French the only language you even know?" Even Seong's real mother is surprised seeing her son speaking this way. Then Seong goes on saying, "If we compare you, people who only know how to insult others in a half-broken foreign language, to my parents who are honest and have proper manners, my parents are 1,000 times better than you." His French is so clear that even Yurim's and Hyungjong's mothers can't fully understand him. Mijin's mother, shaken, asks Seong where he learned French. He calmly replies, "I watched some French lectures on TV. You could say I picked it up from there." Then she presses him further, asking why he called her mom. That catches Seong off guard, and he stammers, saying it just slipped out by mistake. She studies him carefully and says, "Well, aside from that little slip, there wasn't a single mistake in your French, not even in the articles. And you're telling me you learned it on your own?" Seong insists that he did. Mijin's mother finally turns to leave, saying, "All right then, I'll be going. Please enjoy the rest of the party." But Seong stops her, asking, "What about an apology? Please apologize to my mom." His mother tries to calm him down, but Mijin's mother coldly replies, "Why should I apologize for words she couldn't even understand?" Seong snaps back, "You're not even embarrassed playing this pathetic bullying game? I can't be more disappointed in you. Please apologize to my mother properly." In his thoughts, he adds, "At the very least, you could do that much." Though clearly irritated, Mijin's mother forces a smile and says to Seong's mom, "Your son is quite clever. We mothers have a habit of gossiping in French without thinking. So please, just enjoy the rest of your evening." Seong's mom forgives her easily, but Seong thinks bitterly, "Being kind doesn't do any good, Mom." After Mijin's mother leaves, Mijin herself rushes in, throws herself at Seong, and accidentally bumps him. "You can speak French too?" She clings to him, while Seong feels uncomfortable, thinking, "I just fought with your mom and you don't even care." But Mijin keeps going, "You were amazing. It was like a prince walked straight out of a French movie. Seong, you're a genius, aren't you?" Seong brushes it off, saying it wasn't that big of a deal. Meanwhile, a servant watching the scene calls Secretary Yang, reporting, "Something just happened. You should know about it." In the next scene, we see the chairman, shocked, asking, "Did Seong really speak in French?" Secretary Yang confirms it, explaining how fluent he was. The chairman smirks. Kim Myung-hee, she'll never give up her bad habit of gossiping in French, but now she's been caught by Seong himself. He laughs, clearly amused. Secretary Yang, watching the chairman laugh so freely, thinks to himself, "She's still our madam. Is it really okay for him to laugh like this?" Then the chairman, "You have learned it from TV lectures. Hard to believe, though." The chairman responds, "English and French, and he's only 5 years old? He really is a genius." Secretary Yang adds, "In the kindergarten intelligence test, his IQ scored 121. That's a little low compared to his actual skills, but still within the gifted range." The chairman nods. "Exactly. Keep an eye on him and report everything to me." "And what about Taeguk and Minji's plans for studying abroad?" Secretary Yang says they're already in contact with private schools overseas. The chairman replies, "Good. See if we can secure another seat as well. And prepare a passport for Seong." Surprised, Secretary Yang asks, "Sir, what do you mean by that?" The chairman answers, "Not yet. It's only for sponsorship right now. But if we're going to raise him, we'll raise him properly." The scene then shifts to Samjun Kindergarten. The principal greets a car pulling up outside, It's the chairman's wife, Madam Kim Mung-hee. It's been a long time, Principal, she says. The principal warmly welcomes her inside, saying it's an honor. Madam Kim explains she just wants to check if Mi-jin is receiving the proper education, and she's also heard about a new student. The principal replies, "Ah, you must mean Si-young." Madam Kim says she simply wants to see if he's fit to be around her daughter. The principal reassures her and adds that today is Career Experience Day, with pianist Yoo Sung-won giving a special lecture. "Since Miss Mi-jin is also gifted in music, I'm sure you'll enjoy the performance too, madam." But as they look toward the classroom, both the principal and Madam Kim are stunned. On stage performing is not Mi-jin, but Si-young. The principal is speechless, watching him play. She whispers, "Does Si-young have talent for this as well?" Madam Kim, visibly irritated, mutters, "There's nothing this boy can't do. He's already caught Jeon Jae-young's attention." She thinks to herself, "I knew my husband was already disappointed in Taeguk. He's just an average child with no special talent, unfit to lead Samjeon. Sooner or later, founder Jusun and chairman Jeon Jae-young will cast him aside. I told myself everything would still be fine because Jae-young only had one son, Taeguk, and eventually my boy would inherit Samjeon. But all of that future I imagined has been destroyed because of this child, Jeon Seong-guk." Watching Si-young's performance, Mi-jin starts praising him, while Ju-seon just shrugs and says it was okay. The piano teacher steps forward and asks, "Have you ever taken piano lessons before?" In his mind, Si-young thinks, "In my past life, yes, but in this one, no." Out loud he answers, "No, I've never taken any lessons." The teacher lights up with excitement and begins praising him. Just then, the principal calls the teacher aside and invites him into her office. Curious, the teacher asks, "Why did you suddenly call me here?" The principal smiles and says, "First, let me introduce you. This is Madam Kim Myung-hee, the chairman's wife." The piano teacher greets her respectfully and adds, "At my last concert, Samjeon Company sponsored me. I've been truly grateful for that." But Madam Kim cuts him off sharply and asks, "So what do you think of that child? About Si-young? His performance was quite good, wasn't it?" The teacher nods and says, "Yes, you're right. And he told me he's never actually studied piano before. Seeing him play reminded me of my own childhood. He's not just talented, he's a genius. No, he's a true prodigy." Hearing such words, both the principal and Madam Kim are stunned. After all, the man speaking isn't just any ordinary artist, he's a world-class star. Madam Kim narrows her eyes and asks, "I see. And what about Mi-jin?" The teacher replies carefully, "You mean Miss Mi-jin? I think learning piano as a normal hobby would still be good for her." The room falls into an awkward silence. Both the principal and Madam Kim are taken aback. The principal quickly steps in and tells the teacher, "That was too harsh." Madam Kim feels flustered but thinks to herself, "Whether it's my son or my daughter, neither of them can compare to Si-young. But maybe that's good for me. Jae-young is an old-fashioned, passionate man." The principal then quietly explains to the teacher, "You should know, Mi-jin is her daughter." Shocked, the teacher freezes for a moment. Meanwhile, Madam Kim continues her own thoughts. "My husband believes that someone too emotional, like an artist, could never be a strong businessman. Even if he favors that child now, if Si-young really becomes an artist, he'll dismiss him immediately as an unfit successor and lose interest. Of course, having talent in the arts is impressive. We should all work together to refine that child's abilities." The teacher agrees politely. Madam Kim smiles and says, "All right, then I'll share something with you both." The scene shifts. We see Si-young exhausted, finally back home. His mother asks, "So, did you enjoy kindergarten today? What's all this?" She notices a stack of books in his bag. Si-young replies, "I'm not sure. They said the kindergarten will be teaching me piano properly. Artist Jo Sang-won himself offered to give me weekly lessons." At the name, his mother is stunned. "Wait, Jo Sang-won? That's not just anyone. He's one of Korea's most famous pianists, the one who always appears on TV." She sighs and amazed. "I guess this is what it means to attend an elite kindergarten. The education there is unreal." In his thoughts, Si-young mutters, "Still, I'm getting used to flexing this body's talents, but it feels strange. Suddenly they're giving me all this, trying to make me into a pianist. In my past life, I was already skilled at piano and received countless offers to become a professional. But it only ever stayed a hobby. I had a business empire to run. This time, since the lessons are free, I'll learn, but I have no intention of becoming a pianist. I already have a much bigger dream to chase. The problem is, I'm too good at everything, so people won't stop pushing me into careers. Being a genius isn't easy. Just then Minguk runs over and asks, "Brother, what's a career?" Seong pushes him aside and says, "Your brother is busy right now. Go play by yourself." But Minguk's face crumples and he starts crying. "I only want to play with my brother." Hearing him, their mother steps in and says, "Seong, spend a little time with him. He's been waiting for you all day." Reluctantly, Seong agrees, and Minguk instantly cheers up. Seong turns to him and explains, "So Minguk, a career path means what you want to become in the future. You should start thinking about it now and work hard toward it." Minguk, eyes wide with excitement, shouts, "I want to be just like my brother when I grow up." Seong blinks. "Like me?" Minguk nods eagerly. "Yes, exactly like Big Brother. I see you working so hard, and I know I can do it too. Minguk can do it." For a moment, Seong pauses, looking at him. In his thoughts, he admits, "Now that I'm looking at him, he really is a good kid. Honestly, even cuter than me." He gets up to search for something, muttering, "Where's that commercial script the manager gave me?" Soon he finds it, the script for an upcoming shoot. With a mischievous smile, he turns to Minguk and says, "Hey Minguk, want to play a game called